Rivers lawmakers. I worked for almost 2 years without a sit down with President Tinubu ex-aide. Secretary tussle, confusion as PDP crisis persists over NEC meeting. All of those headlines are on the Vanguard newspaper. On the Punch, deep fakes, looming crisis for 2027 election. Now, this is a problem because I'm sure politicians will use it. People will sponsor people to use it. There are many things you're seeing on social media now that appear as though it's on the news, and people are saying there's one popular one. The federal government has banned telecommunication companies from giving singles, this, that. I was shocked to go to comment section and see people in the comment section that believe that it is real. They don't know that that's AI. They are already insulting that they don't have Prolica. This is the problem they have. They don't know. They are already insulting government, not even knowing that that is AI generated. It's the deep fake is just so deep. There are many. There's one other one I saw. They used Aproko doctor's face and they did it, and they're selling products with it. And there are people that believe that he said that's what he was. This Aproko doctor that said it now, guys. We need to begin to educate ourselves so we are able to know these things and understand these things, know how to fact check the things that you see on social media. You don't just see anything and jump on it and just begin to spread it or believe that it is real. Please. Senate fumes as NNPC Limited shuns 210 trillion naira audit probe. And PDP BOT device INEC backs Makinde block for NEC meeting. All of those on the Punch newspaper. You can call us up on 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0007. You can also call 0817 923 0009. 0817 923 0009. On Facebook, the handle is at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Please turn down the volume of your radio too.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
From Leighton by Sunday.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, let me look at President Tinubu who talks with the suspended governor, the SCT minister, and Martin Amewule in Aso Rock. I think today is my happiest moment because that when I saw the photos snapped, the smiles on their face, I know very well that the cordial relationship has been created, and the level of peace presently now is different from what we had before. And I pray that if that smile I saw on their face will continue, I think Rivers State will be a better state again, because for Fubara coming, which is one of the men I love so much, and I've always advised to see how peace can return to its best. I think it will be a happy thing, not only just for me, but for Rivers people. Then the man saying that they will challenge the sole administrator in the state for sacking commissioners. I think that man has failed to follow the pronouncement of Supreme Court. That based on what was going on, the appointment made by the State of House of Assembly recognized by the suspended governor, that those things prove that there was some governance in Rivers State which automatically sacked February if we were to stay. So I hope you know that all appointments, nominations that were made, that it was null and void.
All right.
I believe that with our level of education and maturity, we should take some of these things into cognizance. That we are not supposed to be talking as if we are just raised up from the village. we should understand things as they are. Not letting.
All right, Leighton Barry, thank you very much. Point made. Although, just to also correct you, it did not affect every commissioner. There were those commissioners that were already screened by the Martin Amaewhule Assembly at the time. Those people were exempted. They were not part of it. Those people only had to become suspended at the moment because of the state of emergency that eventually came. All right, so that's why you still had the Commissioner for Information at that time, along with some other commissioners that were screened with him by the Martin Amaewhule Assembly before the whole brouhaha began. Right, those that came from the house that was constituted by Oko Jumbo and so on and so forth, those were the ones that were all had to go according to the Supreme Court judgment. So, it's not just one fell swoop. It was. So we have to put it in proper perspective. That said, this one here says on WhatsApp, let's take a look at some of your messages. Remember, the WhatsApp number is 0809030641. Someone says, good morning. On the suspended governor, the FCT minister. The only stance here is the governor is still the governor and will govern the state. But what the president is doing is for his own selfish interest, especially the FCT minister. The huge benefits of this all is the state will be progressive. The FCT minister blessing his people and governor blessing his people. It will be combined blessing for the state. But the main interest here is the president and Wike. Ibulu Michael says, after for the past 2 years, now the masses go still they suffer. This one says, how can they say that over 200 trillion is missing by the NNPC audit probe? This is worrisome. Since the coming of democracy, all federal government budget put together is not up to 200 million and 200 trillion. And this is just only in one agency of government. Yet the government keeps borrowing. All right, Nigeria Info, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Andre Kemi.
Yes, let's hear you. All right, go ahead.
I want to beg Governor Fubara this morning is my brother. They are from the same local government. If this settlement will bring peace, joy, development, will favor one man and his group, the governor says no settle. But if this reconciliation will bring peace, development, Rivers will enjoy just like this. That's why when they work for all the local government, they can settle. That is good never keep. That name we don't keep forever, so Rivers will love them. They can see that name, they can not listen to anybody. They go tell and say like this, they can do them. So that name, when they come out to go to one contest again, that name go follow him. They can not become one man, they can no fear. Don't sign something where you go regret tomorrow. They can stand for Rivers people. Rivers people, they stand for him back. I already that from Nkoro. With the people of Nkoro, they in back. They can no guarantee I'm going to do anything. If you know go stay for them, if you know go stay for the battle, they can resign, come back to Nkoro. We go receive them, put the for ground, we go mark and die house. Thank you very much. God bless you. That from Nkoro.
All right, Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, my brother, man. My name is Good News. I'm calling from Port Harcourt. The pictures and the reconciliation made present meeting with Wike, Fubara. It's a good one that he met with them and discussed with them, which is the reason why he said he's giving the issue of suspension. But I think that it could have been done earlier so that the Democracy Day could have made a statement on it. But however, peace is always the right way to go. But my concern is, any peace that will wreck River State, any peace that will sacrifice our money, any peace that will not make the civil servants to be paid and promoted and given their right dues, any peace that will make the schools not to function well, any peace that will make that we have structure and sharing of our money to individual pockets and will not know how it's happening, such peace will not be a good one to Rivers people. But if it is peace that will come and tomorrow we will see that the primary schools are being rehabilitated, health centers are working, doctors are taken care of, security is intact, then who are we not to say peace? After all, that is why we supported him and against what other persons we are doing. But at the same time will tell us how it's going to be. My name is Good News.
All right, Good News. Thank you very much. Nigeria Info, good morning. Okay, we lost that call. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0002. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Good morning, my brother Andrew.
Yep, good morning.
My name is Ayeba Goto. Andrew, it is a good thing to hear and see pictures of the meeting of the suspended governor, suspended speaker, and the FCT minister in a peace meeting. Andrew, one thing River people must know is that when there is peace and harmony, there will be development in the state. They all are all from River State. None of them is from Ethiopia. Neither are they from Fire. They are all from River State. And mind you, these are people that work together as a group to make Sim Fubara the governor of River State. So if by the grace of God, they have realized that they need to come together to work for the betterment of River State. Why are some few people changing the narrative that it will not be for the good of the state, it will be that and that? I begin to wonder, do they realize or know the prices that people paid for Sim to be governor? Do they realize how they came together and Sim became the governor? Now that they have realized that they must put River State first, why are some people being furious, being so angry and
I don't think anybody is angry. There's nobody that has been angry, at least since the news came out. The only thing people said is if the peace would not put the interest of River State in front, that is not a peace that is welcomed. It's not a good peace. That's what people said, and I think they have their rights to say it. It shouldn't be something that should bother anybody. If they say specifically, this is what they said. They did not say we are not happy. Specifically, it says if, emphasis on if. I don't know why, maybe you didn't hear it, but if this piece is about how to share money, if this piece will not bring development to the state, if this piece is not to build the schools, not to build the hospitals, if the piece is about some people collecting our collective monies into private and personal pockets, then it's not a piece that is welcomed. And I think that's well on point.
Andrew, let me tell you, are you aware Mawule is from River State? The FCT minister is from River State. The governor is from River State. So which kind of peace that will not bring about development? Who among them will hijack the resources of the state? I don't know.
Time will tell. Like we said, thank you, my friend. But time will tell. It's not what anybody says not out of place, and we are in Nigeria. Let's not act on radio as if we don't know how this country works or the kind of things that individuals can do. If everybody from a state does what is right, like you are making it look like, we would not need the EFCC. The EFCC is there because at some point, some people find a way to divert funds. And it's only fair if people raise their eyebrows and say, okay, we welcome, this is good, but we hope that it is going to be for this. And there's nothing absolutely wrong about it. I don't think it's something that you should want to now begin to fan. There's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with people saying that they are looking at this thing one eye. Right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. They are well within their rights. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Good morning. You have to speak up. We can barely hear you. Okay, go on.
On the issue of the speech we are hearing this morning, I want to let people know that the worst, according to state, I'm talking state for the governor of the state, he said that the worst is better, best, and best in war. So I want to believe that it's me. So those who are calling for problems or this and that is money, I want to tell that they should stop.
Nobody called for problem. Where are we getting this thing from?
Let's embrace peace. Because this is only thing we have. So those who are clamoring for problems, who are here and there, this nobody is more river than the other. So I want to follow on to for war. Let all of us come together and make it work. I my humble advice to you.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Again, who has called for war is what I'm asking. Everybody says those calling for war. I don't think we've heard anybody say call for war. Nobody has called for war. Nobody has said, oh, we don't want it. This should not work. I mean, everybody is happy that, okay, yes. But everybody is only saying that hope the motive, that which is important. And it's, you can't blame people if they want to look at motive and try to be sure that the motive is the right motive, because you could make peace, but not with the right intentions. You could help a person, but with a wrong motive or for the wrong reason. That's why you helped. So if people, these things is not even supposed to be something that we begin to make too much out of. Peace is good. Everybody is happy. Thank God that they have settled. But it's not out of place if some people say, we hope that this settlement is actually for the interest of the state and the people, and we're not going to hear tomorrow that, oh, our monies are going to one corner or one thing is this. We don't want to hear that. Let it be for the interest and for the development of Rivers State. That's a welcome thing, and everyone should be happy about it. Awonda says, great conversation. Cyprian says, he's watching from a chair. In all, it's the common man that loses in the political crisis of the state. After cancellation of 10,000 jobs, the big men have settled. So unfortunate. NDTC at 25 with over 13,000 completed projects across Nigeria that are very bad. We need to do better. Justice Ori from Umudi Ogadat came in from you. And thank God that says a call by a group calling on one Kwikechi promised to contest for chairmanship election on Niche is a welcome call. Let's take a commercial now. Afterwards, business news. Good morning.
My name